I hope you're sitting down, Internet, because a vague and very finite amount of Star Wars footage was just made available, and we're going to talk about it. Pretend that Mace Windu is the Sam Jackson character that said, hold onto your butts, and hold them, because we're about to really get into this. Guys, let's roll that footage.
Ooh. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Very cool. 140 characters.
Is this all practical effects?
I think so. They really leaned into the last one.
This could go so many different
Guys, I'm sorry. I got, quite frankly, I apologize. I got so excited I didn't even introduce my panel. Spencer J. Gilbert, head writer of Honest Trailers.
Joe, you missed introducing us, and you missed a spoiler alert. Hello.
Yeah. I kind of wish you hadn't told me. I feel like I'm not even going to enjoy the movie now.
And who I just maybe ruined the movie for, Jenny Nicholson. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Look, you guys, I know that you're upset it's spoiled. You're frustrated about the spoilers, but this is our job. This is why we get in the trenches every day. Let's put up tweet number 1 and really get into it. We just saw Star Wars: The Last Jedi footage. So right there, guys, this movie exists.
Yes, and there's footage of it already.
Yeah, it's been shot.
Yeah.
This was long speculated after Star Wars already put out 2 trilogies that in this newest one they would make a sequel. So
but it was not confirmed. We still don't know if there's going to be a 3rd movie.
That's true.
That's completely fair. Now, we know that originally Rian Johnson was rumored to direct this movie, and then it was confirmed he was going to direct this movie, and it does seem that he has now directed the movie, and they're showing footage. Can we bring the tweet back up, please? So in this tweet by Daniel Miller from The Times, in it, Luke asks Rey, "Who are you?" Then we see her deftly handle a lightsaber.
So that, first of all, we know Luke's tongue hasn't been cut out in the time since the last films. He can still talk. Yeah.
Confirmed Luke's tongue. Also, just some speculation here. Rey has changed her name to a series of lightsaber movements.
I love that.
Because that's her response. Yeah. So in a Prince-like move to regain claim of her own name, she's changed it to moving a lightsaber.
Now, it didn't
deftly.
say if it was activated. She could have been tossing it around hacky sack style. Just like
with her
juggling between her feet.
Sort of soccer
maybe
juggling.
hand boning a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. So, guys, we can confirm now Luke does not know who Rey is. Or is he playing a Jedi mind game with her?
Or is he her father and just very negligent?
Absolutely. No, that's a perfectly fair point. Spencer,
if he could also be asking her more of like a deeper "Who are you?" like. Who are you?
And who do you want to be? Yeah, sure.
As we all know, who rhymes with Mary Sue, so maybe this is reigniting that debate.
And they originally had him say, "Mary Sue, are you?" But they didn't like the dailies, and they had to change it on the fly.
Yeah, no, fair. Well, you know, sometimes you want to be able to show and not tell, and I think in the Star Wars universe, they're always really good at showing and not telling. So we really want to show that that's sort of where they're going with her.
Spencer, well, that was a great tweet. That's all we've got, right? That's
no.
There's so much more footage.
There's so much more to get through. Let's go to tweet number 2. I know, and we might.
Okay.
Now this is what just ruins it for me. This is like spoiling so much. Chewie's in it.
So he didn't die from the recoil on his blaster?
Yeah.
His bowcaster thing?
Chewie's alive.
I thought that snapped his neck in that moment, and he was gone.
I thought that we all assumed that he died from sadness after not getting that hug.
Right, yeah, he didn't get that hug. Now, he is listed in order with Leia Organa. Do you think that means that maybe that hug happened?
That's a good point. Does that mean they also hugged Finn at that same moment?
Yeah, exactly. I think this was some type of triple hug going from the tweet, is that they all combined to form one large
It's a huddle, if you will.
A huddle. Yeah, no, exactly.
A force huddle is actually one of the lesser-known force powers.
I don't know if that counts if only one force user is in the huddle. I think you have to have all force users for a force huddle. For the power to truly engage and activate the force huddle power.
So this is more of just like a...
I've read the EU books.
Probably
I don't want to
EU.
brag
That's
or
not
anything,
canon,
but
though.
yeah.
Well, then, do you think that this now becomes canon? I mean, if we're going to go full force hug, does this mean Thrawn? Does this mean...
Thrawn was really good at force hugs.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's in the 3rd book. That's in the 3rd book of the Thrawn trilogy. Can we assume that since it is these 3, maybe they are hugging next to the slab that we left Finn sleeping on?
It's possible. Or onto the slab. He could still be unconscious
I don't want to get into some. I don't want to get excited for a slab that won't necessarily be appearing in this movie.
That's completely
Let's just stick to the footage.
They didn't mention the slab. I feel like they would have.
That's true. I'm sorry. I am reaching. And just to be clear, you guys, because I have never seen a Star Wars film, I'm assuming Chewbacca, General Leia Organa, and Finn are all Star Wars characters?
At least 2 of them are. I'm not sure about Chewie.
Okay.
Yeah. Chewie.
Spencer?
Chewie.
Yeah, I also have never seen a Star Wars movie before.
Oh my gosh.
But the fact that these 3 are appearing in a Star Wars film means that we could have 3 new characters also named Chewbacca, General Leia Organa, and
You're right,
Finn.
They might not be the same ones. We actually don't know. They could have been wearing name tags, so that's how he knew their names.
They're confused.
And their new characters. Yeah. I do like that you only liked the Thrawn trilogy. That's unusual.
Yeah, I've never seen a Star Wars movie. I come from a very small, poor town, and those are the only 3 books in the Young Reader section at the library.
Wow.
I read them from cover to cover so many times. I don't understand what they were about.
That's
just those and the Bible. Exactly.
Yeah, I had a library with Dark Forces on CD-ROM. That's my only exposure to Star Wars.
Very cool.
Well, let's move on if there are more tweets.
No, you're right, Jay. Thank you. There's a lot to get through.
There's so many directions we can go.
Let's pull up our third one.
Settings confirmed.
Guys, we've got all of the settings. Mountains,
now this is
oceans.
interesting to me. We've never seen a desert setting in a Star Wars movie before, and what could that look like in this space environment?
Sandy.
Maybe dunes, some dunes, like dunes? A reference to Dune, maybe.
That would be
a Dune crossover would be solid.
Sci-fi movies.
That would be very cool.
Now this is sticking with the Star Wars rule of 1, where a planet can only have 1 setting in it.
Yes.
Exactly. So exotic, an exotic planet.
You
what
can
does
have
an exotic
oceans,
planet
but no
look like?
coasts. It's either all ocean or all coast with just a sliver of ocean.
100% coast planet.
The other thing that gets me excited about this is if they have a setting, they might even have a plot and characters. Like a setting is one of the main ingredients of a movie. So this could have so much more than just a setting. They could build whole stories on these settings.
Your speculation's getting a little wild, just from what we're given. That's
well, guys. Speaking of wild, let's take a look at this 4th clip. More on the Last Jedi clip. We saw a shot of an X-Wing wobbling midair under attack inside a bigger ship.
What?
It looked like a wounded bird.
Do we think the bigger ship ate it, perhaps?
Yeah. Are the ships sentient?
Well, I was thinking that now,
if it's wounded, yes.
The Rebel Alliance, or the Resistance, now strapped for cash, has now started to adopt animals into the shape of X-Wings. It's kind of an avatar thing.
That picture is definitely the picture that he's talking about. I'm assuming that we've acquired a picture of exactly what he's talking about.
That is an X-Wing. That's a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
This may or may not be the X-Wing that ends up becoming a bird.
Do you
we have no way of knowing.
It's almost like a Jedi spirit quest where they're flying an X-Wing and it turns into their spirit animal, which is a bird, in some kind of drug-induced dream sequence.
Did you guys ever read Animorphs?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, this could be an Animorph situation. Cool. I also like that they've confirmed that, again, there will be no Y-Wings in the movie, even though in Force Awakens they went on bombing runs, and as we all know, Y-Wings are the ones that bomb, and they still didn't put them in there, so someone has a serious grudge against Y-Wings.
Thank you, Spencer.
Now,
Y in general, it's not even a vowel all the time.
Did your library have Animorph books as well?
No, those I found out about through fanfic on the internet. I've never actually read an Animorph book, just /fic.
You're just aware of the concept.
So guys, moving on, since people are asking, let's go on to that 5th tweet. General Leia Organa was on screen for just a second in military garb and didn't speak.
So we don't know if she still has a tongue.
No. If Luke lost his because they're related, did she lose hers via the Force?
Like a twin thing.
I was going to say, exactly. It's the Skywalker rule of 2, where only one can speak per movie. Yeah. So in the last film, you had Leia speaking, Luke mute. In this movie, you have Leia mute and Luke asking, "Who are you?"
Sure.
Now, who's Leia mute? Is that a different Star Wars character?
Yeah.
Related
Leia
to
mute
Gunray.
Leia mute Gunray.
I've heard of her.
Yeah, no, it's a really sort of from the Thrawn trilogy. Yeah, yes. Long eyelashes. So guys, let's wrap up with this. This is maybe the most telling piece from this whole thing. Let's bring up tweet number 6.
Okay.
I don't. Oh, okay. We don't have it. Well, then, guys, I'll just read it. Sorry, the Disney satellite caught us. They know we were talking about it. This tweet reads, "And now a shareholder is pleading for paperless hand dryers in bathrooms in Disney theme parks. And Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, has promised, I'll check on that." Guys, wasn't Finn a janitor at Starkiller Base? Does this mean we're going to get more Star Wars incorporated into the parks?
I ship that.
Well, for Star Wars Land, that would certainly make sense to have all janitors look like Finn.
Absolutely.
Movie.
Well, guys,
people would love that.
Yeah, there he is. Let's awkwardly look into our mugs. Guys, I want to thank you so much for really digging into this. I think, to quote the librarian in the town where I grew up, we're really doing the Lord's work here. Thank you guys very much.
Anytime Star Wars footage breaks like this, we got to analyze it.
I flew in as soon as I heard.
Jenny, thank you so much. Your friendship has certainly been magic today. Internet, we want to know, what do you think about that? Is your mind blown? And if it is, are you able to get it out of the carpet of your apartment? Do you need a Swiffer, a broom, a mop? Make sure it's clean. That brain matter can really stick to the floor. Let us know what you think about more... Click here for more videos. Be nice to each other in the comments.
Don't do it over, will you stop?
Bye.